What's going on, everybody? This is Stubbs here again with another one for you today. This is the Anbernic RG Nano, and we've heard rumors of this for a little while now. It used to be called the Anbernic Micro if you've been watching any of our videos, but now Anbernic has firmed up the naming. It is the RG Nano. It will be on our doorsteps to review here in mere days, possibly weeks, but guessing sooner than later because we're already seeing videos in the wild. So coming from the channel Nitrix here, we see that it has a 10,050 milliamp hour battery. It is running the FunKey software, and this has been rumored for a while that this is a FunKey S clone, much like powkiddy did with the Q36. Now Anbernic is taking their own swing at it, matching those Skittle face buttons from the RG405M. And this should be, a 1.5-inch screen about IPS. It's a keychain size, so it's going to be tiny, bigger than a Thumbie, but and a little bit taller than a FunKey S, but still pretty dang small. So here is the leaked video showing off a little bit about what it can do. It's going to be small, but I don't think it's going to be terrible. It does have shoulder buttons. I like that. And it's matching the FunKey as far as its inputs and outputs, it looks like, as far as the buttons. I like this blue colorway. It's fun. I hope they have a number of fun colors. Yeah, the early renders and the prototype we first saw was this one. So this was very early on, about 3 months ago, and it was not looking so hot. People were comparing it to a Dreamcast VMU. People have already been taking their VMUs and putting in some internals to run emulation on there, and that can be fun, but I think flushing that idea out really gives us this. And it's another Anbernic handheld, right? We have been sort of in this onslaught of new handhelds coming to market. It's hard to keep up with the the torrential downpour of handhelds from China. What do you want me to say? They just keep coming, so I'm going to keep covering them. That's kind of what we do here. The FunKey S, though, was fun. It was a clamshell, and it's still popular to this day, in fact. You can still buy one on the FunKey website. They go for around $50, $60-ish. They come in purple. I liked the blue one a lot myself. This transparent blue is a bit of a newer model. These are fun. We'll put a link in the description. And then they were cloned by powkiddy, and they released the Q36 Mini. Now, FunKey didn't have an issue with this. They liked that they were having their platform with the FunKey software ported to another device. Same internals for the most part. This one did it in more of a Game Gear micro style, so horizontal style there. Micro is fun. IPS screen, OCA laminated, has a Cortex A7 at 1.2 gigahertz, running a Linux OS, they say, 1,000 milliamp hour. And we'll have this one in the description as well, because it's a little cheaper. This one's $50. That's a little bit easier price point to swallow for getting about the same experience, as long as you're okay not having that clamshell. We know a little bit about the software because we've seen the FunKeyOS. It has this really nice emulation station style UI here, and it's a nice launcher, and you can scrape and add your box art. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, and we don't expect the RG Nano to have Wi-Fi either. But it's an open source software, and so there's a lot of fun to be had here. Now, if you want to learn more, please go to our website at retro-handhelds.com, where we have a awesome write-up by our one of our reviewers here. This is going to be Rocket Man, and he kind of went over what he loves, what he doesn't love about the FunKey S. So you're going to get a good idea of what's inside the package here. And this plays everywhere from Atari 2600 up through PS1 and Game Boy Advance. So in a tiny form factor, maybe you're going to play before you get on a train. Maybe you were going to play when you're running errands around town. This might be a nice one just to chuck in the bag and take on the go. We're going to want a decent case for it, though. This is going to get scratched up easy since it's not a clamshell. So Anbernic, I hope you include a case or something so people can keep their handheld safe. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any N64 in this unless maybe we get the Mario 64 port. That might be possible. As far as pricing goes for this one, I'm thinking we're going to see it around the $50 to $60 range. possibly plus shipping. I doubt they're going to price above a FunKey S, but you never know. Anbernic has been competitive lately in their pricing, and I appreciate that. Some of the roundup from Rocket here on what he really liked about the device was the size versus performance, which is nice. The screen is small, but it's still clear and colorful, even on us aging gamers. It comes in a variety of fun colors, and it is adorable. Things that weren't so great, though, where the buttons are hard to hit correctly, no volume wheel, and we'll see if that's the case on the Nano. Micro USB charging in 2023, come on. They might have adapted it to be USB-C, and I really hope that's the case, even though under the hood it's probably going to be micro USB still. Not the best sound and speaker, but it is teeny tiny and a little expensive for what you get. Okay, but we're going to have a lot of fun with custom firmware and modding, and I can't wait to see what comes next. We will have videos out on this with our hands-on impressions and reviews in no time, so stay tuned on the channel. Please do like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Patrons, thank you for supporting us. We really couldn't do any of this without you. We'll keep on bringing you more handheld coverage as we know more, but please take care of your handhelds, everybody, and take care of each other. Stubbs out.